What is going on, everybody? We are back for another one. Here we go. Just did a cool personal break for Joey Doherty on in the F1. Did a break this a little earlier this morning on the Upper Deck Premier hockey. Now we have a two-box UFC number two random weight division. We're about to get into those randoms. I'm about to send this over so then we can get everybody into the room and then we can start to do the random, and then anyone wants to trade, potentially they can trade. I opened this I think it was yesterday. Yep. Opened some yesterday. This is super fun product. Sorry about that. Super fun product to break. So I am super excited about getting a chance to break this again. I don't know why there it is. Let's say sometimes our Facebook is slow for whatever reason to show up. Post that over. We'll get all squared away. We do have that the Phoenix football 4-box up. It is flying. We are down to I think 21 or 22 spots, I believe. Just put it out up like an hour ago. So got that code all day 25. Make sure you utilize that. Save some money. Save some money on that one. And then we can rip some heat. Had a blast ripping that Phoenix as well. Some of the first stuff I ever ripped as a breaker was when I covered for the guys when they went to WrestleMania, and I luckily got to open some of that Phoenix stuff. Had a blast with it. Pulled I believe a Color Blast. Is it Color Blast? Yeah, the Phoenix Color Blast. I pulled the Phoenix Color Blast of CMC and of CJ Stroud. So always fun stuff in that product. All right, bam, got y'all in. All right, I think everybody tagged on that one. Let me get into the randoms once this sense. There it goes. Back over to the breaks page. Bam. Down here, and we're gonna start this random off right. Here we go. Bring it up. Here we go. We got our 10 names. We have Peter Killinger on the top. We have Mark DePriest on the bottom. We will run this. Anything less than 4, we will roll again. We got an 11, so we are going to roll this thing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. We're going to have Denton on the top, Peter Killinger on the bottom. Get that into our split, boom, and on the screen. And then I'm going to also add it to mine so I can see it while we're going through the break. All right, here we go. Then we're going to switch over to the weight classes. Here we go. We have the weight classes up. We have heavyweight on the bottom, women's strawweight / bantamweight on the bottom. Anything less than 4, we will roll again. We got an 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Got men's bantamweight on the top, and we have welterweight on the bottom. So add those over into our structures. I think I had to adjust last time because one of them was too large. Nope, I think we yeah, I guess that one does come down, so let me adjust that one real quick. Now we should be, y'all should be lined up right across from where you're supposed to be. And I will get this all squared away up here, and then I will start the trade timer, and then we will get ready to break. All right, let's get this down here. Randoms off, and we will start the trade timer. Y'all let me know if there's any trades y'all would like to make. This much bigger so I can see it all. Boom. I'm actually going to Something about just being able to see everything helps me feel a lot better when I am calling out names. I feel like I find them a lot faster. All right. Got that all squared away up there. And let's get these codes. Clicked over to the chat. Boom. And should have this one next. Copy link. Boom. We are rolling. Excited about this one for sure. I had a blast, like I said, a blast opening up the last one, so I am excited to open up this one. Should have 4 autographs, maybe some inserts as well, some fun stuff. My throat is super dry today. I don't know if that Mountain Dew is going to help, but it sure felt good. We are moving along here. It's got a... Looks like Marty might have just picked up a spot in that Phoenix. So let's see what we're down to in that Phoenix. Do have another 10 spots. Another break of this up right now. 17 spots left in our Marvel Blaster Topps Chrome. 27 spots in that Don Ross Baseball. We got the first half of, or the first 2 box of Kaka Pow or Marvel that will break at our Denver Fan Expo. Still up. We have 19 spots on that Select Basketball, 18 on that T-Mall. We're down to 22 spots on that Phoenix. So if you're thinking about getting in, we might be able to move that along and break that tonight on a all-day 25 code. Should get you 25% off. It might even still be 30. I don't know that I switched it back yet. So maybe go over there and hop in and get that. We do have another half of another 4 box of that Phoenix as well. And then we have some Impeccable Soccer, 19 spots left. And we also have 5 spots already gone in the Impeccable Football. So definitely excited to break all that stuff. So we are moving through some stuff tonight, which is very nice. Always fun to get a chance to break, like I said, for y'all. Got a minute left on the timer. And get these out of the way. I know what I was going to do. I'm going to bring that up. If anyone didn't see the Topps Chrome Marvel break last night, that was such a blast. Nice stuff. I enjoyed that breakers, or the value boxes of those. Super fun. There we go. Topps Chrome on that one. Got some fun stuff here. Always nice to review stuff right before you get into the stuff. All right, here we go. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5. One more drink, and then we will get into this break. Bam! We are ready to roll on the break. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. First box. I'm gonna push this other one to the side. Move you back here. Scream. Did not notice the little octagon sticker in the last one until box number 2. So very cool. Empty box there. On the back, that has this nice little octagon sticker. Oh my, that was bad. I missed the trash can. And I could probably dunk the trash can. I feel like Shaq shooting free throws right now. That was very terrible. Here we go. First pack. We got all of the fun. There's a nice little negative right there. Get that one into a soft sleeve. That one's going to be of Bogdan Guskov for the light heavyweight spot. Nice little negatives. You get quite a few of those, which is very cool. In these, here we go. We're going to have a first numbered card, Jack Hermanson on the number to 199 for the middleweight. That one is coming to Mark DePriest on that one. Men's middleweight division. All right, into a sleeve and then add it to the pile to review at the end. Nice one there. Love the way this stuff looks. A nice little purple here on the Edson Barboza. Going for the featherweights. Not numbered on those ones, but still very cool nonetheless. Nice one there. We have a Michael Page on that throwback. Jeff Molina. Here we go. A Roman. There's a Michael Page. Chelsea Chandler. Very cool Molly McCann on that red and blue stars. I wonder what that one's called. I was looking at the frequency on some of these, and I did not see which one that would be. I do see maybe it's the. I think what that card set would be, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. That's a cool one though. I love the look of that one. Very cool on those ones. Here we go. We're gonna have that nice one there. It's gonna be a King Green on the TaylorMade. Very cool. Those TaylorMades are 1 in every 14 packs, so a little bit more than 1 per box. Nice little pickup there on that. I like the design of that. I said part of the reason why I liked opening this product the other day, mostly is because honestly the cards look so stunning, but also nice variety of inserts. Always a good one. And then obviously stuff that's like not quite case hit, but also a little harder to get. We got the Paul Rosa on that one right there, on that negative. Get that one into a soft sleeve. Nice one there. We're going to have this nice number to 175 on the Macy Barber for the women's flyweight. That one is going to go to Adam Page. Nice little refractor, I guess. Is that I forgot what those ones are called. I think they're called like the lasers or whatever. But very cool on those ones. There you go. Very nice one there. We're gonna have another one of those red and blue stars. This one's gonna be Joanna Jedrevic for the women's strawweight. That one's going over to Denton. Nice one there. These are, I believe, called AKAs. I did look them up after the last one. They're about 1 in every 9 packs. Very nice little insert. Usually get them about 1 per box. I think I got like 4 out of the last one though. So very nice one there. So still looking for some awesome case hits as well. We did get some in the last one, but definitely nice little Dustin Poirier on the negative one there. Very cool there. Ooh, I'm excited for the next one. Nice one there. We got a Octagon autographs. This one's gonna go to women's bantamweight. Um, that one's gonna go to Denton as well. This is an on-card Amanda Nunez auto. Very sick there. Amanda Nunez, very good at the sport. That is a sick one. I'm going to actually do a little bit of research real quick on this one, just because I think that is a more tough auto to grab. So that one is the Octagon autos. 6 different sets. Signatures, Future Stars, Octagon Legends. I wonder if that's what that is, because if so, that is a huge one. Let me see that. Let's see what those look like. That'd be a very nice one. See, I am not even seeing any of these, so trying to see if anyone has. Okay, so Octagon Legends looks, well, it was last year, so man, I don't know if that one. I'm gonna mag it up anyway, and then if I'm wrong, cool. But I think that one is a much more rare. I know, obviously, the autographs I pulled the other day were of the base. This is definitely not a base. That is a different kind, and it is on card. So usually the on card ones, typically, if they don't have on card, typically, I think the on card, I think all of them are on card, to be honest with you, the other day. So that might be a difference, but that is a sick one. Amanda Nunez, very good fighter. That is a sick card. Authentic Octagon autographs. Just that is such a, I don't know. I didn't see that one in the checklist, so very weird on that one, but we're going to put it back here, and it's going to stay here, and it's going to look cool because it looks awesome. So, very cool. Let me see if I have the checklist on the autos. Chrome variants. Octagon Legends. Let's see if this one is a... This is an Octagon Legend based off of the actual numbering. So these are 1 in every 347 packs. That is a huge one. That's like 1 in every 2.5 cases. So sick one there for you, Denton. That one coming over to the women's bantamweight there for the Amanda Nunez. Sick card. Very cool. Awesome on that one. Wow, that's cool. That is a cool one. All right, let's get back to our break here. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure. Got the rose here, Thug Rose on that one. Sick, very cool. I'm gonna put that one into a very cool there. Then we have these. That's Amanda Nunez right there on that Fist of Fury. Very cool one on that one. Those are also a, I believe an insert, I think, in the thing. Fist of Fury. On those. Yep, Fist of Furies. Yep, those are 1 in every 48 packs, so about 1 in every 4 boxes. Very cool on that one. So I'm saying, this is why I think I love this this UFC stuff so much. So many different like not necessarily case hits, but just harder to get stuff. So like all of this stuff. Very cool. We have more different ones, and then obviously you just have the regular stuff that's like super sick too. So and you have obviously the numberings and all that stuff. So a lot of cool stuff to be had out of this stuff. And And so far, the boxes we have opened have been loaded with good stuff. So there's the rose. Nice little silver there. Get that one into a right there. We got another Molly on the tails of the tape. Those are also, like I said, a little bit not so common. They're one every couple packs, but Molly is a favorite. A lot of people like Molly. She's a crowd favorite. Here we go. Every pack is like a new adventure. Super fun. Got a nice little Lerone Murphy on the featherweight for the men on that negative image one. Very cool. I like those negative images. They're pretty neat. We have a Piera Rodriguez on that red and blue. I gotta figure out what that set design is called, but it is a very cool one nonetheless. Very cool one there. We're gonna have another one of these tails of the tape here. We have the Kayla Harrison. She looks like she is not happy to be in that photo. But she also looks like she is about to beat somebody up, which is her job, so that makes sense. There's another. Oop, there's another one right there. We got the Umar Nurmagomedov on the bantamweight. Men's bantamweight. That one's going to go to Denton on that one. Very nice one there. Then we have a little shimmer here on this number to 250 Manel Cape on the flyweight, men's flyweight. That one's going to go to Peter Killinger. Nice one there. I'm saying, like, every pack is just, like, super well structured. You have a lot of nice stuff in here. I don't know if our feed is, like, sometimes it's funny because we get a lot of combo, and then sometimes we get, like, no combo. So I always like to make sure we're still live. Okay, it looks like we're still live. I just want to make sure. Always kind of trips me out. There you go on that one. Very cool one. Then we're gonna have that another one of those red and blue design. That was gonna be a Eisman the Sindo on the women's strawweight. There we go, right there. I have a tail of the tape there on the that one right there. Very cool. So many cool pictures on the stuff. I'm telling you that third break of this stuff is up. If you would like to get into it, I love the look of all the stuff. Like I said, love the product. Been very impressed with it as I'm opening it. Here we go. Got a cool Cedriquez Dumas on the purple. Nice one there. Very cool one there. And then we're going to have that. Let's throw back to that 55 top set. Then we have a Khabib. Nice one there. Pulled a Khabib in the last one, too. Go. Dustin Poirier. Got that in the. There's an Anderson Silva on that negative image one. Very cool on that one. That one's going over to our middleweight. That one will go to Mark DePriest in the men's middleweight. Very cool in there. We're gonna have a Gabriel Bonfim on this welterweight. One for the men. Very nice one there. We're gonna have a Aaron Blanchfeld on the throwback 55, number 2, 150. That one's gonna go to the women's flyweight. Women's flyweight is gonna go to Adam Page on that one. Top load. Nice one there. Last 3 packs of this box. I believe we are still looking for a second auto. So here we go. I have a Joshua Van on that negative, and it is a nice little silver refractor on that negative as well. So nice one there, going over to flyweights. Got the Patty, the Baddie, number 2, 150. Going over to them lightweight. That one's going to go to Chris Wheeler, men's lightweight. Patty the Baddie. Patty Pimblett, obviously a crowd favorite. That was number 2, 150. Here we go on that one. Have a silver on that Grant Dawson. Tail of the tape. That cool. That is. I don't know if they did. I think they do. I think they do autographs of their regular cards. That would be a sick one to get an autograph of if you are a Sean O'Malley fan, because that photo is very cool. Very good photography on that stuff. Here we go. So sideways. There we go. We're gonna have a Sergey Pavlovic on the red and blue there. Definitely butchering that man's name pretty hard there. Sorry about that. We got the Natalie Christina Da Silva on that throwback 55. We're going to have the Conor McGregor, Grant Dawson. Should hopefully have an autograph in here because I believe we have only pulled one. It was a sick one, but still only one. So we should, on average, have one left. Hopefully it is a monster one right here. Worth the wait. I'm going to have a... There's our autograph. We did get another one. That was going to be a Gregory Rodriguez on that negative image there. Cool there. And then our autograph is going to be a Farid Bashart going over to the bantamweight division, men's, for Denton on that auto. Nice one there. Very cool. Also on card. So far, all of the autographs I have seen have been on card. So also, nice little kudos to the UFC and Topps on that one. Love the on-card auto stuff. Nice little purple here on the Alexander Volkanovski. Cool one there. And then got that Choose Your Fighter insert. We are on to box number 2. Let me move that base over real quick. And then we will hop into that break here. Here we go. Break of box number 2. Here we go. Sick one there. All right. Almost missed that one too. Almost threw that too far. Here we go. We are on to box number 2. First pack. Oh. Got a nice little Tim Elliott here on the negative image. Nice one there. Gonna have the Kinsey Dern on the number to 199, going over to the women's strawweight. That one's going to go over to Denton on that one. Nice one there. Very cool looking one on that. Got a nice little silver. All right. Here we go. On to pack number 2. We're going to have this is going to be a Jose Mariscal on the featherweight. Going over to that negative image. Very nice one there. We're going to have a number 250 on the Waldo Cortez Acosta. Going over to the heavyweight division. I think what makes these cards so nice is just the little added touch that they kind of sort of grade out the back a little bit, so the fighters stand out so much on the foreground, and that makes it very cool when you're showing off the border. It makes it pop really well. So nice little red and blue one right there. We have the number to 99 Venom on the Michael Page, the AKAs. That one's going to go to the welterweight, men's welterweight, and that one's going to go to Peter Killinger. Nice one there on those AKAs. I like the design of those AKAs. They're very cool. Nice one there. And to the sleeve. So far, 2 packs, and we've had, like, I think 3 numbered cards. So hopefully this box is more fire as we get through it. Cool photo there. Nice little silver on that one. BJ Penn, one of the all-time greats there on that 55. Alrighty. Manuel Torres. Wilson. Looks like we're going to have another of those negative images. This one's going to be a Bruno Ferrari or Ferreira on the middleweight. Nice one there. Get that Robert Whitaker on the red and blue stars. Nice one there. I have a Diego Lopez on that tail of the tape. Very nice one in that one. Alrighty. Switch stacks up. Here we go. Got a nice little silver on this one. There's a card right behind it. This is going to be numbered as well. We're going to have a Modestas, Bucascas on the light heavyweight in that parallel. Nice one there. We're going to have a Jonathan Martinez on that number 199, that teal border. Very sick one. That one's going to be going over to our bantamweight. Nice one there. Nice one on that. We're going to have a nice little Rose Namajunas on the red and blue. Thug Rose is a popular fighter as well. with that Tom Aspinall on that Tales of the Tape. Derek Lewis, one of my favorite in-ring interviews ever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just search Joe Rogan, Derek Lewis post-fight, and you'll get a good laugh. Got the Tracy Cortez, Brandon Moreno, Tom Aspinall. Gonna have that Charles Jourdain on the red and blue there. Nice one there. The Charles Oliveira on that Tail of the Tape. Nice one there. There is a Raquel Pennington on that negative image. Raquel Pennington is actually from where we break. She is from the area where we break. So very cool on that one. We're going to have our first autograph here. It's going to be of Renair De Reader on the middleweight. That one's going to go to Mark DePriest on that. Very cool sideways photo. Rookie auto. On card too. Very nice. Nice one there. We're going to get into this. We have this purple right here on the Churro Tiguero on the purple. Into a soft sleeve. Got the Raw Roja on the tail of the tape. Very young guy there, 20 years old. King Green. All right, we are on to our last 5 packs. Still looking for an auto. Marlon Vera. Kayla Harrison on that purple. This photo, she is fighting one of my favorite fighters, Holly Holm. We have the Arnold Allen on the 55. This one's there. We are down to 4 packs. Still looking for that last auto of this break. Hopefully maybe some rare hits as well, SSPs or something of that nature would be very sick. Here we go. We're going to have that Tagir Ulabekov on that one. We have a really cool one next. I like this. Haven't seen one of these yet, so I am assuming this one is a short print. We got the Topuria on the featherweight All Kings. I'm guessing that is the same, what they would call that is an All King. Very sick one there. Let me double check on that. Very cool one. That is a nice card. It is a featherweight, men's featherweight. That one going to Dane Pleninger. Double check the inserts here. Assume it is called All Kings or something of that nature, based off of Kings and Queens is what it is called. So that is an interesting one. Have not seen that one. Those are 1 in every 73 packs, so you know, 1 every half case about. So very cool. I'm gonna put that one into a sleeve. Very cool design on that. Nice, that one. Should have made that a short print. That is a sick one. I guess technically the Berserkers are the case hit. they're numbered to one every case. This is one, so you get 2 of these per case. This is a very sick one though. Haven't seen one of those yet. Got the red and blue here on the Vulcan Odizmir. The Marib. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that man's last name. Very tough last name. All right, we're down to 3 packs left. I really like that Kings and Queens. That is a cool one. Looks like there's about a 20 sets or 20 fighter set. So another Khabib. We're gonna have the Vincent Oliveira, Vinicius Oliveira on that negative image there. It's cool in there. We're gonna have a number to 25 on the Chelsea Chandler. Going over to the women's bantamweight. That one's gonna go to Denton on that number to 25. Very cool looking one there. We have a purple on the Andre Yanez bantamweight. Choose your athlete there on the Michael Cape, the Molly. All right, we're down to the last 2 packs. Looking for an autograph, still hunting for the autograph. Potentially in that last pack there. Who knows? That is going to be a Kyler Phillips on that. Very cool. Like I said, red and blue stars set there. We're going to have one of those tailor-made. This one's going to be a Sean O'Malley. Very cool one there. She thought it was a little... I thought that might be numbered there for a second because the top was a little bit different than the other one. That's just how his is made, though. Pretty cool on that one. All right, we should have our autograph in the last pack here. Here we go. Israel Donajee. We have Jesse Andranes there. Andranes. Jessica, and that was going to be go to the women's flyweight. It's going to go to Adam Page. This one there. We're going to have our autograph right here. We're going to have a Jiri Prochazak on the light heavyweight auto. Very cool. Light heavyweight going to Adam Page. Get that one into a sleeve. Very cool there. Nice one there. We're going to have that Alexander Pantova on that. Very cool refractor there. Get that one into a soft sleeve. Boom. And we're going to have a nice Israel Adonijah on the Fist of Fury. Like I said, those are pretty rare as far as inside of cases go. Those are Fist of Fury. Where are you at? Fist of Fury is 1 every 48, so 1 in every 4 boxes. So typically 3 per case, I guess. So very cool. Got them in back-to-back boxes. So take that, Israel Donajee, one of the nicer fighters in the UFC. Here we go. to do it. We are going to move these ones over real quick, and we are going to do a recap for y'all. Here we go. Pull these autos off to the side. Go. All right. Autos in our bag. Here we go. Now that Chelsea Chandler on that number 225 going over to the women's bantamweight. We're going to have this Taporia on the Kings and Queens. It's called featherweight going over to the men's featherweight. We have this number 2 199 Jonathan Martinez on the men's bantamweight. We have this Venom, aka Michael Page, number 299 going over to the men's welterweight. We're going to have this men's heavyweight, number 2 250 on that Waldo Cortez Acosta. We're going to have the Mackenzie Dern on the women's strawweight at a 199. Got Patty Pimblett on the lightweight, number 2 150. We have the Aaron Blanchfeld on the throwback 55 tops, number 2 150 going to the women's flyweight. We're going to have this Manuel Cape on the number 250 going over to the men's flyweight. We're going to have the Macy Barber on the number 2 175 women's flyweight. And then we're going to have the Jack Hermanson on the men's middleweight, number 2 199. Let's get into our autographs here. We're going to have a Farid Bashart on the men's bantamweight auto. We're going to have this Ranieri de Ritter on the men's middleweight autograph. And we're going to have a Jiri Prochaska light heavyweight, men's light heavyweight. That one is going to throw me through a loop. And then we have the sick Octagon Legends auto, Amanda Nunez on card. Very sick. Going over to the women's bantamweight. Congratulations on every hit there. Hopefully y'all all had a blast